I'm about to show y'all how to make the juiciest rack of beef ribs. I like to get my ribs from Rouse's. They're local to me here in Louisiana. Usually they come already sliced up in individual ribs, but today I am going to smoke the whole rack. And man, Rouse's, they have a great selection of meat. I mean, they have everything from your tomahawks to rib rolls to pretty much anything you want to throw in your grill. Okay, let's get to it. So first, the very first thing you want to do is trim off any hard fats and extra silver skin that's on the rack of ribs. Usually these beef ribs come with a ton of silver skin on top of them, really, and also a lot of extra fats. Next, I like to use usually just salt, pepper, and garlic powder. I don't like to use anything much stronger than that. Next, you're gonna want to coat them in mayo. I like to use mayo as a binder because it just feels like it keeps the meat more I guess moisture on the inside, and that bark just kind of builds up nice and perfectly. Once you're done seasoning them, place them on your smoker for about 8 hours at 250 degrees. Usually after 4 or 5 hours, they're going to be ready to wrap. I usually like to spritz mine in beef stock every hour, every 2 hours or so, just to kind of leave them a little moist so they won't dry out too much. After about 4 or 5 hours, they should be at about 160 degrees. Go ahead and wrap them in butcher paper or foil paper, whatever that you use. I like to use both, and I'm gonna explain here in a second. You're gonna see me wrapping these rack of beef ribs, and then I'm also gonna wrap them on the bottom with some foil paper. Usually if I'm cooking a brisket, a lot of juices seems to leak out, but these beef ribs, since it's such a small rack, I doubt that it's gonna have any juices that's gonna spill out. So I mean, technically it is kind of pointless, but I like to do it anyway. Put them back in the smoker for about 4 to 5 hours. You can usually turn the heat up, and then I like to put them in a cooler to rest for about an hour. So in this video, you see they've done resting, and man, they have came out perfect. Slice into these things, and man, these are some of the juiciest beef ribs I've ever cooked on this pellet smoker. I mean, just look at that. Nice smoke ring. The meat itself is pink. I mean, it's perfectly smoked. The flavor is there. Man, it was some of the best beef ribs I've ever had that I've cooked so far.